As a 30-plus-year-old washed-up unk, I am literally someone's uncle. I graduated college 10 plus years ago. I did my master's while working full-time. That was about 5-6 years ago. And both times, I never actually went to my graduation. I don't know why. I just could not be bothered going to the graduation. I just been so drained in my head from my parents that going to college is a thing that you have to do. Like, you shouldn't celebrate going to college. That's toxic. But that's what they instilled in me. So I was like, why should I go to this thing that celebrates me doing something I'm supposed to do? So I never actually got to put on a cap and gown, but at least I now have a sneaker that gets me pretty close to an Air Jordan 6 cap and gown. And the shoe is dropping on April 30th for $215. Again, too much money, but this of course follows up from the 2018 Jordan 11 cap and gown, which was inspired by that 2011 blackout Jordan 11. In 2019, there was also a Jordan 13 cap and gown. Now they put it on the Jordan 6, and first impressions of the shoe. I have started to like sixes more and more. Don't know what it is. It has started to grow on me in recent years. Same with the Jordan 8. And I, being a black sneaker lover, really liked this shoe. I actually would have preferred if they went full, like monochromatic blackout for a Jordan 6. But with that said, I think this is really nice. Is it as nice as the Salesman infrared colorway? I don't think so, but in a vacuum, I do like these. And in terms of the box, a pretty regular Jordan 6 box, nothing too special. Jumpman on the lid. And in terms of the materials, it is just nubuck hair. I wouldn't say it's like anything premium or delicious. And one thing to note about black nubuck, it can get pretty dusty and it can kind of stand out against this color. So just keep that in mind. And you'll see on the mid panel here, it is actually like reflective. And one thing to note about the Jordan 6, some people don't realize this, is you can actually see the number 23 on the overlays here. And then moving up the tongue, you'll see this Jumpman flap on the middle, which a lot of people don't realize. You can actually undo the flap. And that you can like keep your laces in check there. And then the rubber tongue itself, you'll see Air Jordan branding with the 2 holes where you can stick your fingers through. And the shoe, following the Jordan 5s, also comes with a lace lock, slightly different look. It is just like a tab, and it has both Nike and Jumpman branding there. And the shoe just comes with black laces out of the box, no extra laces. I think black looks really good on the shoe. That's the color that I would choose, even if they did give us any extras. And moving around to the booty of the shoe, you will get Nike Air branding, black on black. I love this. I love how slick that looks. And you will also see this spoiler that is meant to mimic like the spoiler of a race car. And in terms of the cushioning of the Jordan 6, it comes with a polyurethane midsole with a Nike Air unit, visible one of course in the heel, as well as one in the forefoot. And on the outsole, you get this honeycomb design. Again, majority black with some hints of gray or silver, whatever color you want to call that. Very nice. And in terms of the insole, it is just a Dreamcell insole, but you'll see the material, the surface of the insole. It's kind of like this more chenille or like fluffy type of material, not like some other insoles. It does have Nike Air branding on the heel there. And in terms of sizing and comfort, I am a wide and flat footer. For 6s, I do just go true to size. There is a little bit of wiggle room in the length, but if I went down half a size, which I have tried before, it really just kind of strangles my flat arches as well as my toe box. So true to size it is for me. If you have like narrow or slender foot, you may be able to go down half a size, but definitely get a second opinion there. And in terms of overall comfort, nothing too special in terms of tech specs, just 2 Nike Air units. It's the first shoe though that Michael Jordan won a championship in, but I wouldn't say it's the most comfortable for like casual walking. You're still pretty flat to the ground, which of course, this originally was a basketball shoe. That's what a lot of players do prefer. But I think casual use, walking around daily, it is decent. And that brings the total sole score of the Jordan 6 cap and gown to 30.5 out of 40. A decent score compared to other general releases. Now first, it is colorway. Majority all black sneaker. they got me. Honestly, I kind of prefer if they just went all black without the hints of gray and silver. That would have been right up my alley, but that is not the case, but close enough. I really like this very sleek black Jordan 6. And in terms of the materials, it's not like the most premium type of nubuck, nothing too surprising, definitely have felt better. And in terms of the comfort, I think these 6s are decent overall for a Jordan Retro. It is not the best, still pretty bulky and clunky in terms of weight, but if you're used to wearing old shoes from the early 90s, you shouldn't be too surprised here. And in terms of the versatility, I think the 6s look still pretty athletic looking, not the most like versatile for different settings, but in terms of the wearability, the colorway, all black. Obviously, there's jokes and memes about all black sneakers, but that aside, I think all black sneakers are pretty wearable, not as much as an all white one, of course, but for all intents and purposes, nothing too loud, too bold on the sneaker, where it makes people go, what the f is he wearing on foot? And today's throwback of the day, it is the NBA jersey era of the early 2000s, and I have a lot of nostalgia for this era. Back in the day, all you needed was a pair of pants, baggy white tee for like $10, and you could spend all your money on just NBA jerseys. And Fabulous really embraced this. You can see he had an insane NBA jersey collection. And even though at some point it fell out of fashion, I secretly always thought it still looked really good, like throughout the whole time. Really wish they would bring this fashion back and made the lives of people like me with a simple mind very easy. All I needed was just a bunch of NBA jerseys and I was good to walk out the door. And now a lot of those 2000s jerseys are considered retro and classics, so some popular influences. Make it happen, make the youngsters love this jersey era so I can relive a very nostalgic time period. I won't say I have any regrets for not going to any of my graduation ceremonies and staying home, getting it in the mail instead. But I will say, when I see like graduation ceremonies, people being like ecstatic, super happy to finish that milestone and getting their college degrees, it is very cool to see. So even though I will never get to wear a cap and gown, at least I can wear them on feet. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Sol Inclined. Let me know what you think of the Jordan 6 cap and gown. Like, subscribe, comment, all the good stuff. And remember, tomorrow may never come, so wear your shoes